Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. I need a hard drink and a long nap.
All right. Yeah, so I'm actually level 26. I leveled up twice. Just by like getting on here.
Huh? What was that? Hey! Hold it. Something about you doesn't look right. There's something strange about it. Just clean yourself up as soon as you're able. Just don't make more paperwork for me, alright?
Ooh. And just like that, I got my cloak back. And it's gone. Like I said, I've been wearing the Chimera suit, but I got this new helmet, 84, level 30. So, yeah, it's good. Just doesn't have any perks. It's kind of weird. Yeah, the chick that was there, she saw me, and she actually ran all the way around here, climbed up this ladder, and was up here when I killed her. And she was devoted to catching me. I don't even know how she saw me either. That's the funny part. But we just skipped the Hope over to Phineas. And I only had to kill like four people on the Hope.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells. The transmission is...
1 second. Put that in here for now.
marked with priority status. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me. I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance?
I don't know
See you
if that is
soon,
what
Captain.
Save it again. First thing after, I should have done it right after checkpoint. The hope was actually up here.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Yeah, I know. Taking my normal group. I don't know where those other two people are. There's 2 open slots and there's 2 open rooms on my ship. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to. It was probably someone from the Iconoclasts, which I would guess was one of them. And maybe another from MSI. They already hit me.
Take cover!
Oh shit. Shit. I wasn't paying attention to my health. I haven't needed to pay attention to my health in fucking forever. I'm gonna have to lean into them hard. Oh yeah, I found this, this calls it a flamethrower, but that's definitely, it uses plasma, which would mean it's not a flamethrower. It's a plasma thrower. I literally haven't modded this at all. I have nothing on this. Bone dry. I'll take that for now. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yeah. I don't even know what I just picked up. I finally picked that fucker up. So this is where he was hiding this whole time. No, I can't hack it back. Must delete entries from terminal memory. Ew. Jesus. Like 13.
Oh, you got that?
guess this is what I'm doing. Holy shit, I'm literally about to level up already. I think it's dumb that you only get a perk point every other level. I honestly think that's dumb. Like you're gonna have to pick from 15 perks. And you're gonna have to take a fucking disability if you want more.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Felix?
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oh god, here we go. Okay.
Well, folks, I ain't exactly keen on busting into a prison, but riddling bored stooges with bullets does sound like a ride and a half.
Mr. Phineas is just about the only person with power trying to do any kind of good in Halcyon. We gotta bust him out.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
No way I can put this shit back. Fucking hate that grenade launcher. Here you go, bud. Meat cleave ultra. No, don't want either of them. Fuck them both. So. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought that I literally misread the part, and I didn't see the science weapons. I just thought tinkering costs is capped. That's all I missed. I literally didn't even see that. So I'm just not gonna tinker anything until I get higher up. Oh, yeah. There might be new stuff on my cat photos.
I like what you've done with the
Up here, I
place.
didn't know those were up here.
Kitschy collectibles are such a human in
I
combination.
already read it. Oh, here we go. Employee of the month. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna take that. But I don't know who that is. You know the science weapons I have. I don't know. I thought there was more science weapons than that. Yeah, so I still haven't unlocked Typhon or Uridanos. Don't know what that's about, but I'd love to go to this with you. You're about to something. No. Hold on. Let me see if there are other science weapons and how to find them. There are only 5 in total, actually. Motherfucker. I pushed R, you fucking nut. Yeah, I have all 5, okay. This weapon was created by anonymous. So, the funny thing about this shit, right, this weapon here, apparently if you hit someone, hold on, where is it at? Mandibar. Using the mandibar will slowly down your enemies, and if used on one target for a prolonged period of time, will freeze them for a slow amount of time. I just think that's funny. It'll just slow an enemy down. I'm gonna actually see if how this cap works. Okay, the cap is 1,000. That's worthless for me. I'm not gonna spend 16,000 leveling up a fucking hammer to get it to on par levels with stuff that won't even be below it. Oh yeah, let's put mods in my shit. Modify the flamethrower. think I'm ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and save again. Yeah. Save here.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit payment for your fines and submit yourself to execution. Only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an airlock will we lift the lockdown on your spacecraft.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
Protocol is important, sir. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex. Was there another topic on your mind?
No.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning. The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
Alright, cool. Didn't want to get stuck in that, but I did. Repair. I'm saving regularly because actually right before I started the stream, Right before I got into Phineas's lab, I went over here and I fucking held E and clicked, and then I made sure that these two are the ones that I want. Clicked E and immediately the game crashed all the way to my desktop. So I'm saving regularly because of that. Because that is no bueno. Why do these all look the fucking same, you know? Fucking, I'm eating the bitch up.
They'll never see us.
They really will never see us because they probably don't check down here. Missed. Bro, you scared the fuck out of me sometimes, man. You can't be doing that. Just like standing creepily in the fucking doorway. That's not cool.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I reign. Push on, Mardat! Look out!
Well, guess we're doing this. Forgot she doesn't shoot anymore. This way I can level my shit up, actually. I don't even know. Do that. Okay. Sucks to suck. That's what you get for being on the wrong side. Oh, fuck.
Captain, look out!
Stay down.
I'm about to walk over to the Groundbreaker and fucking replace her body because she literally isn't shooting anymore. If you can get outside of that, that'd be cool.
Down we go!
Honestly, I think Chun-Li is dead, which makes me angry because of the amount of time I spent getting them together, and the game just goes and kills her the fuck off. broken down. Thanks for telling me. Oh yeah, if I didn't want them to come with me, I guess I could have done that and they wouldn't have come.
Used as a prison head for both.
Ah, so defensive literally means she doesn't attack anything at all. Because they don't know what a defensive means, apparently.
I've got to admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. If they lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Good on you. That's why she's not been attacking, is because I put her on defensive. And defensive means you stand back and shoot, and you shoot at shit that gets close to you. She doesn't shoot at anything. Like, she is not defensive. She's passive.
Sublight has arrived. Hey, kid. A little bird told me you could use our help. I said I owe you one, and I always pay my debt.
So the iconoclast could have helped me if I didn't wipe them off the face of the planet. You know what? It's too late. And I even said it's too late. I already made that decision. I don't like...
Everyone all right?
Oh god, fuck me. Breathe it in, breathe all the drugs in, yeah.
Keep going down. Gotta find a hole in the arm.
Oh, fuck. I've never had that happen for... I've been like mid-reload and... Damn, they're all dead? Well, fuck me, I guess. What? Yeah, they are all fucking dead. Oh shit, hey, there you are. Glad you guys could make it, huh? Glad you could make it. One of the just funny things is they just immediately teleport right behind you. Oh my god. This is boss fight territory. Just looking at the armor. Oh my god, my voice. I know you got some good armor somewhere in here. Those weren't particularly bad. Someone with ranged. Damn, son of a bitch. I guess not. I'm just gonna rock what I got. Feels weird having everything here be like proper level. You know? It's just weird to me. Random selection. Solitary confinement. Random selection. They don't know how long he was in there. Oh shit, yeah. Cool. So everyone here is in hibernation. Toodaloo, bitches!
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and...
This dude, I didn't expect to send here. Oh, what? Uh-oh. No, that wasn't me, that was my mouse. They do not like this at all. Hey, Grim. I hope Grim doesn't die. I think he's a pretty funny guy, even though he's a fucking loser and likes baseball. Tossball, whatever the fuck they want to call it. I don't care what they want to call it. It's baseball. And everybody knows it's baseball. Fuck me, I guess. I can't get over there. Are you one of the USI guys? I can't tell anymore. Oh, you're just a technician. Oh, yeah? You can't, because you're way the fuck down. Oh. That looks cool. I'm gonna keep it just because it's purple. You're the most survivors, just saying. Fucking loser. Get wrecked, scrub.
down. Keep it quiet, Cap.
This is fun. Oh, then what's here? That's obviously the way to go. Once again, nothing. Absolutely. I swear to God, you better jump down and break your legs, or I'm gonna get fucking mad.
Well, look who it is.
Hey.
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
Yeah, this is probably where the iconoclasts come in.
I don't see what the...
do. There's loot. Loot. Nothing but the ammo that I don't need. Like literally, I don't need that. This plasma cannon is literally melting everything. Cool, I can block really well. I don't need to. I got this restricted access. As if this entire place was restricted access.
This is nice. Calm before the...
Save. You save. Save. Yeah. Just in case, you know.
storm and all that.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. I'm afraid I can't do that. To your credit, Captain, you are one of the colony's finest specialists. Your technical abilities are beyond reproach. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. I have no intention of dying on Tartarus, Captain. Not when there's so much work left to do. I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. This is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right. Well, that's mostly correct. You're not leaving here at all. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain. If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
Going around's too easy. Things I don't want to repeat. That talk. on! I'm clicking the button, and I literally clicked 3. That's why you saw my weapon drop. You saw my weapon drop because I clicked 3. And my auto rest mounted to 1. He literally just like, drop down, and was like, alright, now I'm gonna bring it back up. Worry about it. I didn't even know what was happening. I killed the fucking thing. My leg itches. What you got on you? You got any good stuff on you? Only that. Yeah, I assume you could have just bypassed him if,
Why won't you just stop?
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved. And long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. What? Break into the most heavily guarded facility in the most hostile world in Halcyon? No. I have absolutely no idea how you did it. You're a goddamn miracle worker. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, sir. I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. Tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth. You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them. I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours. Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can. I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here. Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Absolutely, positively.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra II's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered sublight salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The Sublight family would thrive for years to come. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation.
Oh, damn.
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected. thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, I did not expect them to finish it that fast. Yeah, that pissed me off that Adelaide just turned people away. I looked up, so one of the companions that I could have gotten was Vicar Max, and for whatever reason, I totally forgot to finish his quest line. His is the only botched quest line that I have. I forgot to finish it, but he's one of those companions, and he attacked me, so I killed him when I was wiping out Edgewater. The other one was Ellie, and she's on the Groundbreaker, the medical lab. I just never talked to her. Or I think I talked to her once or twice, but never. Apparently not long enough. But since I finished the game, I was up these reps way out. That was a little neat that it went by that. Hopefully, it's a way up until then I start the game. Become excited about it. Damn, these are some long ass fucking credits. Hey! What happens if I click continue? Ah, that's fucking weak. Alright. Well, that's kind of lame that it did that. It never took me to that other planet. That was weird. But I guess overall this was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. It has a weird ending, and you obviously can't play afterwards. But other than that, you know, I don't have any huge issues with it. But thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a good day.